And the Florida Keys.
We'll do stuff and Kokomo. And the Kokomo is Mo. It's a Kokomo. Way down in what's the next? Oh, Kokomo.
Down in Poconos.
Poconos.
The mountains.
Finger
Finger Lakes.
Ooh, I don't take.
Trying to think of something
So
with
we'll go my
Poconos.
last.
What
are you doing
right
now?
You can't
Yeah,
do
do
that.
that. But
I think you should
you
do it
just
the
do it
whole
every
time.
time.
Go for it. You should do
Do
it
it
the
the
whole
whole
entire time.
So bad at that.
Is that
Yeah,
how
no, you. Is that? You had to tell you about it now. I really like
that
the time
that
Trent figured out who
was
really to blame in Breaking Bad, which was Dean Norris,
who
played Hank. And I secretly felt like Trent was right all alone.
Welcome to the Preacher Podcast, brought to you by the Baltic Effect and Trentendo. I am Trent. This is Nate.
Hi.
We're going to be talking about the episode El Valero.
El Valero.
Vallejo.
I rolled the R too much because it was just one R.
Okay.
El Valero.
Is that different than Vallejo?
I think so.
I think that's an old, like a 90s clothing line.
Okay.
I think it is. I think it's like
There is a
Vallejo.
Valero is that will come up in a question later.
Oh, okay. Oh, good.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Then I already.
You have to know history.
Oh, good. Well, it's talking about later. What time is it now?
Now it's later. You know.
We're in the future.
Yeah, it's like the candy. Now
and later. I actually don't like those. I feel like a lot of people really do.
What are they? Are they like Mike and Ike's?
No, way different. These are like a harder
But it's got
Starburst.
two things, right?
No, now and later is
one
like
for now and one for later.
Now
right?
and later is a little pack of like 5. Sometimes you get a few packs of 5, but usually they're divided once you open into small packs of 5, and they're like really hard Starbursts.
That sounds very unappealing.
They're not bad. That's candy.
Are they too? Do they stick into your teeth?
It can, but I mean, so does Starburst.
Yeah, that's true.
You need to let them sit a little bit longer than a Starburst would to like let it kind of dissolve a bit.
So you
It's
put
sugar.
it in, let it dissolve for. You
Now.
put it in now.
And then later, you can chew it.
Chew it.
I don't think that's why they call it that. Maybe they did.
There's got to be a reason.
Yeah, you know why they call them Tic Tacs?
Why?
That's the noise they make. Tic Tac.
Really?
Yeah, that's a thing.
That's fun.
Yeah, that was neat.
That's a fun little fact. You know why they call them Mike and Ike's? That's the noise. Mike, Ike. When you shake the box, it goes Mike and Ike.
Sometimes it goes Mike, Ike.
Yep. Yeah. You know why they call them hot tamales? Hot tamales. Hot tamales.
Hot tamale.
Yep, that's right. Do you know why
Tamale,
they call
tamale,
them good and
tamale.
plenty? That's enough.
It's
Because they're tasty and there's plenty of them.
I don't find them tasty at all.
What
Like
was-
on the
there
list
was-
of things I find unappealing, good and plenty, Mike and Ike, dots.
There was
Welcome to the Candy Podcast. I like candy.
who remembers who in the listener? I don't think Trent ever watched Everybody Loves Raymond, but who out there remembers that
Yeah.
episode where Ray's brother likes good and plenties, and there's two colors. One of them's the goods, and one's are plenties. Because the good ones, there's fewer of them, but they're good, and the plenties, there's more of them. And then they're like,
That's
and what do you
great.
call the ones that are misshaped? Cuties.
Was it the brother?
Yeah.
I could hear the brother
Yeah.
saying that. Because he was the big, taller, burly
Yeah.
one. Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, I like the... Why am I caring to hide this at this point? What time is it?
It's time for the Nape York Popcast Pod Quiz.
You...
No, go ahead.
Say it.
No, you
What?
go.
What?
No, you go.
Do it.
Yeah,
I'll do what you did.
Send them to Nate at natebjork.com. Nate Bjork. .com. In the subject line, put preacher questions or don't, whatever. I've been getting lots of junk mail to this email. Not lots, but like a regular amount.
This listener is wanting to sell me stuff. How cool is that?
Yeah. They're doing a lot of ones. I'm getting a lot of ones that are like invoice, like
really.
And I click and it's like, nah. Obviously, I don't.
It's a scam. Of
yeah,
some
because
sort.
I don't pay any bills with this account.
Yeah.
This is purely for
It's
podcast.
real. Yeah, it's real obvious. I got a scam call and I actually answered it. And the guy was like wanting to lower my student loans. And I was like, I didn't go to college. He goes, I said, yeah, I didn't go to college. And he was like, oh,
want to and also
would you like to and rack up a bunch of credit and then call me? So, people trying to make a living. I
try to live a make.
I see them as the scourge, but I don't. Hopefully, things get better for people that do stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So, Nate at NateBjork.com. Here are we have the usual suspects. Some
Sure. Yeah. Send us. Come on, people that aren't sending them in, send them in. They just throw in one question in there.
The usual suspects.
Don't worry that someone else is going to ask that question. I will probably miss it half the time, or both times.
Yeah.
Or however many times it's asked.
You will.
I'm going to start paying attention to what the answers are.
What's hell like? Oh, Bricktails submitted some questions. These are from Bricktails.
Woohoo. Crowded.
Correct.
And apparently dry.
Yeah.
Now,
it's hot.
Now ask me if there's hell in water.
Yeah, is there hell in water?
I love a good hell in water.
Yeah. Hell in water.
Today we're brought to you by Hell in Water.
Oh, she's a nice she's a nice lady.
It's nice and wet. We should start a bottled water company called Wet Water.
No, I don't think we should.
Come on, we would be like, because no one out there.
All we have is just the name. We have no business
the
idea.
ads would be like, do you want to get all these other waters, or do you want to get water that's actually wet?
I'm not going to go in on this business with you, but I support you. I'll buy some.
You'll buy wet water?
I'll buy some of your waters.
Oh my God, wet water.
If I see them in the store and they're appropriate, they're priced similarly to a Clark.
They're comparatively to the other ones.
And if I know that you're not just filling them up in this tap right here.
You don't know that. You'll know that because you'll be like, that's some hard ass water.
I'll be like, this water tastes really sophisticated. This must have come from the sugar shack.
Hard water is sophisticated.
So sophisticated.
That's funny.
We drink
That's
it,
good.
we're like, mmm.
Like, don't we know better than other people?
Mm-hmm. Okay. What kinds of food will be served at the Kincannon Food Court?
Well, not if they don't take care of the problem. But if they do, they'll get sushi, chimichangas, pizza pies.
Yes. So Bricktails lists 6 things. Mex.
Oh, Tex-Mex.
Tex-Mex.
Oriental.
Oriental. Sushis, chimichangas.
Okay.
Pizza pie.
I didn't know he meant the types. I thought he meant specific foods.
Yeah, he listed all these things.
Okay.
What does Odin call the Asians? Asians?
You mean, what is it called, the agents?
Yeah, but Bricktails said Asians because it's funny.
It's really funny.
Yeah.
That's like the only time that, he did his sermon and used that speaker, but that's been like the only good thing that speaker's done is that one moment for the show. I thought it was going to be him going, do things, and everyone's like,
well, what should we do? Give us more instructions than that. That's really vague, preacher.
Yeah. He goes to Asians.
What does he call them?
He calls them the Asians?
What does Odin call the Asians?
Oh, I don't know.
Jim and Joe Friday.
Oh, yes. I remember that. I didn't know what that was. Okay. Yeah. Cool.
Yep. Last question from Bricktails. What is Jesse according to the singing angel?
What is Jesse according to the singing angel? Not trying? Not letting go? Not
just a speck of dust
passing through
the glory
that is
of creation.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, nice. Good questions.
Good questions. Here, let's move on to Nick CR's questions.
I was going to make a joke, and then I swallowed my own spit.
Nice.
Nick CR, thanks for sending questions. Sorry for poo-pooing on the beginning of your questions.
Hiya, Nate. Here are questions for this week. I don't know why. That's the first time I've ever read the first part of a person's email.
You just scoot right to the questions.
Yeah. What types of food does Kincannon promise his workers? I'm looking for 3 things. The first one starting with an M. So not the one where it's sushis, chimichangas, and pizza pies.
Oh, okay. So, well, I know he said Tex-Mex. I know he said Oriental. And he said, did he say Mexican?
Yeah, Mex, Tex-Mex, and Oriental.
Okay.
Because that's funny. Mex,
Tex-Mex. Tex-Mex. It's like in Elf when he's listing the food groups. Candy, candy cane, candy corn, and so.
Yeah. Or like in Blues Brothers, we're like, well, we play have both kinds of music here, country and western.
I love Blues Brothers. I'll take a dry toast. I love that so much. I don't know why. It's not even a funny line.
4 whole fried chickens and a Coke.
Yeah. Anyway.
What brand of oil does Jesse use to make his Molotov cocktail?
Anointing.
Correct. You're doing well this week.
Ginkgo biloba.
Nice work.
A lot of weed.
Yeah.
They say that like chew the same, like, so when you're trying to learn something, chew like the same flavored gum or eat some kind of the same snack, and then when you take that test or whatever, do the same thing. So when I watched it the first time, I chewed like a lot of vodka, and before we started recording,
You chewed a lot. I was wondering why you were chewing that vodka.
that's what they said.
Yeah.
Yeah, little life hack.
You know what? I like to dip my vodka in like some French onion.
Dip, a little dip, little queso.
Yeah. Oh man.
Some chimichangas.
Yeah. So good. You know what you think about vodka? Okay, that joke's enough. All right, what does Kincannon need when he has to wait for Jesse to give up the church?
Sandwiches. Oh, sunscreen.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sunscreen and a sandwich. Oh, where's the mustard? Oh, yeah.
Oh, there it is. Thank you very much. I love that so much.
Yeah.
He's killing it. Jackie Earle Haley is knocking it out of the park.
He's doing a great job.
He's a fucking fantastic actor.
Yeah.
God almighty. Like, Watchmen. Ugh. He's so good.
Who watches The Watchmen?
I'm going to shove you out of a window. Singing Unforgettable.
I don't remember that song.
That's pretty good. I want to get mad. I want to get mad. I want to get so mad right now, but I can't. That was pretty good. I am so in love with dad jokes.
Yeah.
I'm more and more in love. Like today, we have a program at work called Sugar, which you imagine all day long. It's an awful name for a program. It's a really neat program, but it's an awful name for it because you're like, God damn it, Sugar. Like you're getting mad.
Oh, Sugar.
And it sounds like you're getting mad at your beloved one.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? But today it was like running really slow, and somebody put up an IM. It's like, is Sugar running slow for anyone else? And a bunch of people were like, yeah, for me too, me too, me too. This one guy goes, one could say that the sugar is as slow as molasses. And I was like, oh, Phil, that was so good. It was so good. And I sent him, I sent him like an IM straight to him, like a direct message. And I was just like, good God, that was so funny. You know how to get me in the funny strings. And he said, well, I'm a dad now, so I'm working on my dad jokes.
You gotta.
It's type 5 for the kid zone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many kids are in Tommy's class?
30-something, 38?
Yes, that's right, but what's a better way to say that number?
38.
38.
Nice.
All right.
Was it really 38?
Yeah.
Oh, what? Yeah, son. I've been working on it for when I go play for my birthday when we go do miniature golf. Yep. I'm going for like as many hole-in-ones.
You should get snap shirts, snap buttons.
Oh, so I can actually do it?
Yeah.
I do want snap shirts.
You should get some.
Don't make them in big loving size.
They've got to make them in big loving
I'll
size.
look harder.
How many? You got? Yeah.
Like you've got so many cool like Western shirts. I would rock some of those.
Because like I gotta say, there's tons of bigger cowboys.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and you. Have you ever looked at a trucker?
Yeah.
Have you ever looked at a truck driver?
Yeah. Where does the clothes come from?
Where do those clothes come from?
That's my question.
Maybe they make them.
While they're driving.
Yeah.
Well, the more wheels we got, better I like it. I'm the brother of a truck driving mother. Away.
That's a good song.
Oh, that old ditty.
I like how they're knitting the cowboy shirt.
I don't know how to sew other than like with a loom. Oh, you think they use an electric sewing machine?
They're not going to hand sew that shit. This is the 21st century.
They might be more badass than that. They're truckers.
Okay, but picture this. Travel-size sewing machine in the thing.
They make a handheld one that you can, like, it's like this big. I've used it before. It's real cool.
Really?
It was like an as seen on TV thing.
My dad taught me how to use a sewing machine when I was a kid.
Yeah, I learned it at home ec, and I was pretty glad to have learned it.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
My dad came to my home ec class to show the class how to sew a patch on your jeans.
Your dad is bad. His dad makes, like, the coolest pottery. He's built barns. I'm sure he's an automotive guy too, like worked on. Yeah, his fucking dad made that. And Patrick Swayze was not behind him doing that.
You know what? It is time.
There you go. There you go. Live a little.
Yeah.
Do you?
Okay, so.
Treat yourself.
Want some?
No, I'm good. What is that?
Pinot Gris.
Oh, okay. No, I'm good.
Okay.
White wine makes me feel weird.
Does it make you feel?
As a person.
And then
as
he
a
gave
person.
me this juice that made me feel silly.
Precious juices.
All right. Final question from
Sir,
Nick
have a seat.
You know what's happening in Nick CR's neck of the woods right now?
I know something's going on. What is it?
Actually, he's on the other side of Canada from this.
Oh, yeah, but there's something going on up there. He's been posting about
Calgary,
it. I think.
In Calgary this weekend is the men's roller derby World Cup.
Yeah, which we'll be streaming here at the Sugar Shack. So everyone come on by.
Mm-hmm. Come on by.
Mm-hmm. All 2 of you.
Mm-hmm.
Mom.
Hey, Trent's mom. Wink. What's up? Okay.
Just like do it and just stare at you. Like deal with it.
Okay, final question from Nick CR, and then we will move on to Shane.
Nice. All right.
In Kincannon's battle plan, what are the men supposed to do when they hear the battle cry?
Oh, I don't know.
Race forward and try real hard not to get their penises shut off.
What was the name of the guy that got his dick shot off?
I don't remember, but that was so great.
How triumphant everyone was in the music, and they were just like, "Yay!"
Yeah.
And he comes back, and they're like, "You okay?" He's like, "Preacher shot my dick off."
That was so good. Like, how do you even do that? Like, how do you know where a guy's dick is? How he dresses when he's wearing clothes?
You can guess.
You don't know if he's tucking up or down.
That's how good Preacher is.
Yeah,
He's infallible.
yeah. Because that guy wasn't wearing no tight ass pants. He is infallible.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on. Okay.
Those have been Nick CR's. Oh, this is not good.
Oh no.
This has been Nick's. This is how long has this bottle been in the freezer? Fridge forever. I haven't opened it yet. It's not old. It's just bad.
It's been in there so long that I forgot that it existed. Because you know how when things are in one place forever, you don't see it
anymore. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that was there. I assumed it came from the the wine cellar that we have upstairs.
Yeah. All right, Shane questions.
Thanks, Nick CR. Thank you, Shane.
Yeah. When Kincannon's men shot at Jesse, we see the flashes of light through a stained glass window.
Mm-hmm.
What Bible story does the window depict?
Was it a house? I mean, not a house. Was it the Ark?
Yep.
Yeah, because I
believe that's
I
believe that's Genesis chapter 4?
4. Yeah, man.
Or 6.
Did you watch? I don't remember. Honestly, I don't. I've never been able to remember like specific like.
It's one of those things where it's one of those things where like if they're like, hey, look that up again, then you have to you'll remember it if you have to look it up.
If I would have done more in church, I'd probably be pretty good at that. But I didn't do as much in church.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how that story ends.
That's a good story. How many glasses of water?
3.
That's right.
Are fine. 3 glasses are fine.
Yeah.
No, 3 glasses you're fine.
You know the one.
Your son. No, it's your retainer voice. You changed my retainer voice. Tell it.
Blue.
Tell the story.
Okay, so back in college, we saw this sign in the music building. There's a sign up in the corkboard or like on the one of the things.
Bulletin board type thing. Yeah.
Bulletin board things, and it read thusly, and of course we read it like this: "Have you seen my retainer? I left it in the music building. It's blue."
It's blue. And you told me that story. Now, anytime something's blue, I'm like, it's blue.
Have you seen my retainer?
So Eugene, that's how he talks. He talks like that. He's like, no, you're fine.
It's a little bit like that. It's a little bit, but also a little bit of muffling.
Yep, it's a mumbling because of the assy face.
The assy face kid. What is the dog's name?
Brewski.
Mm-hmm. Last question.
Yeah.
But first, I'll ask you, and then I'll ask Alexa.
Okay.
Why is this episode named Valero?
Well, you've got Lero, which has to do with a grouping or pairing, and then you got Val having to do with Kilmer. Mm-hmm. This is about Batman, a group of Batman Forevers.
That's correct.
Huh. Alexa.
Alexa, what is Valero?
Edmund Leroux, QC was a
Stop.
lawyer, author.
Alexa,
journalist,
stop. Alexa, what is the original name of the Alamo?
Oh,
Sorry, I don't
messed
know
up.
the answer.
Alexa, stop.
I messed up because I said oh,
It's a Alamo. It's the original name of the Alamo.
and I forgot.
So the siege was kind of like an Alamo.
I should have remembered.
Except in this case, yeah, no, it's the
Should have remembered the Alamo.
yeah.
God, I was just like,
That took me.
I let it go and I pull, let it go and I pull. That's cool. That's the original name of it. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to learn more about.
I don't know anything about the Alamo.
I watched the Alamo movie that had like Dennis Quaid in it as I think he played Bowie.
Jump out of my face. Look at that. That's a new case.
I've had it for a while.
Yeah, but that's not the
Look,
standy up case.
It's not the
I
standy up
missed
case.
the standy up case.
But look how I bought a thing for my car with magnets and it doesn't work with that one. So I had to switch to this. The other one. This is so like ripped off. Like whatever other country made this, instead of it saying something similar to Game Boy, it says "Play Hard."
Mm-hmm.
Hey, it was $3.
Let me look at the other details. Select, start, that's fine. BA.
Yeah.
Everything else looks fine.
It is. It's pretty on point. They even put the power light.
Yeah.
But Play Hard. So funny. Anyway, good questions.
Thank you, everyone, for sending those in. Nate at NateBjork.com.
I like it when we learn a little something, not just about the show, but also
But
learn
about
the show.
ourselves.
Yeah, ourselves. Okay, so it took me 2 times watching this to. Well, let me back up a second. What did you think about the episode? Like or dislike?
Like.
Like overall, you liked it?
Yeah. Overall, liked it. Yeah, I didn't really find any boring parts.
Which is
I
surprising.
have feelings about characters in it.
Which is surprising because there's a lot of not action happening, whereas it didn't feel boring.
I really like. I feel like I don't like Jesse, but that's not saying the show's bad. It's saying that Jesse's a piece of shit. Like, stop making bets. Stop trying to make bets, Jesse. He's like, yeah, but
I don't
double or nothing. You don't have any bargaining chips.
It's double or nothing. It absolutely is like a gambling problem.
Yeah.
Well, we know that he has
I'll
a problem.
show God to everyone. And then why is historically, like even back in the olden days when his family died at Vale, why is he so hung up on like, you have to denounce God, denounce? Why is that why the need?
I don't think it's that he's always been hung up on it, because I don't think he brings it up with anyone else. I think he lost his family and went through like a really traumatic thing, and like lost his shit at that moment.
When he held up the 2 intestines of the
cow was on the left.
The cow and his daughter.
You can tell.
I can't, but here's a way to solve that problem. Cut them open.
Chew it, yeah.
One of them has cow in it. One of them doesn't.
Yeah, that's why you chew on it.
Yeah. Chew on. Whenever you don't, if you encounter intestine and you don't know what
like this tastes like people food in here. This tastes like cow food in here.
Yeah. This tastes like what a human would shit out.
Duh.
Yeah. Idiot.
So simple. Wish that would have been a question.
Yeah.
Would have nailed that one too.
Big dumb idiot.
But the first time I watched that, I didn't connect that was his family in the boxes.
They said it.
I couldn't hear it when I had a fan going.
Okay.
Honestly, here's what happened last night. I'm working on another video coming out for Trentendo. It has nothing to do with this.
Were you multitasking?
No. I got finished because what I do now when I edit like big projects is I set goals. Because a lot of times, you know how it is. Sometimes you're like, I got to edit this podcast. I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
Because you'd rather sit around and
do
relax.
anything but edit a podcast you just did. You're like, I remember I already lived through this. Why do I have to live through this again?
That, and it like multiplies when it's doing video. Like this video is really easy to edit, and I don't mind doing it immediately
because
after.
we're perfect in this.
We knock it out of the park.
Yeah.
But this other one, I shot multi-angles. I had a lot of coverage. It's got a lot of work to it. It's a bigger project, even though it's just a real short, like 6-minute long video. And I'm like, I don't want to do it. So, well, that one's only about 3 minutes long. Why waste time? Anyway, so let's get to the point. Anyway, when you have a big project, I find that when you know it's going to take a long time, there's no way you can knock it out in one day, is set goals for yourself. And so like today, I'm just going to move all my footage over to the editing program and get it up on the timeline. That's all I'm going to do today. Tomorrow, I'm going to go through and I'm going to straighten everything up, get it in order, chop out a lot of stuff I know is coming out of there, like where it's in between shots and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And get it arranged.
B-roll.
Then the next time I hit a goal, I'm going to work on this section of it. Then I'm going to work on this section and this section. So I just spread out the work, do one thing at a time instead of looking at it as a big picture. So last night I had set a goal. I surpassed that goal and kept going, and I got a rough edit finished. The videos, I've still got like a lot to do, but I'm substantially further than I thought I would be. And so I was like, let's celebrate. I just got a PS3. I've been itching to play some games on it.
Yeah, that's right. That came.
I ordered a used PS3 because I need a Blu-ray player. And also, it's just a Shadow of Colossus and Blu-ray machine.
Yeah.
That's all it's for.
Yeah.
So I was playing around with it, messing around with it, and rendering out a test render just to check it out, and I got done watching it, and I played a little more, and I was like, man, I got done with my evening, and I forgot, oh, shit, I have to watch Preacher. Crap. I get to watch Preacher. Because I legit want to watch it, but I forgot.
But you still have to.
And it was like
you get to, but you also have to.
Yeah, because if I didn't podcast, I could watch it today.
Yeah, you could have done
or
it
just watch it today.
Or this weekend, or any time you wanted, really.
Yeah, I know. But the thing is I was like, so I had to watch that. I had the fan going.
Like, otherwise I'd be like, I apologize.
No.
I mean, it's like I will watch my shows when I'm sitting down. What should I watch? Oh, my shows. Mm-hmm. But like with this, it's like I have to do this tonight
on this day. Yeah, absolutely.
So that's the difference. And
it was hot yesterday. It was hot as balls yesterday. So I kicked on the AC about halfway.
It's hot today, baby.
But I kicked on the AC like halfway through and then cut the fan off and everything. So the first bit of it I couldn't hear as well. They got a little mush mouth thing going on in this show. And somebody is very kind and has let me watch this show on his Amazon, and I don't want to turn subtitles on because it's hard to get them to turn back off, and you hate subtitles.
I do hate subtitles. It's distracting to me, although I like subtitles when it's other people's languages that I don't know.
Yeah, or Eugene.
Eugene.
I can understand what he's saying.
Yeah, it's not
I understand him more than everybody else on the show.
Right.
What does that fucking say? Open your goddamn mouth, Dominic Cooper. Fuck you.
Is he British, or is he just...
I don't know. Or is he just fancy?
Or is he just fancy?
British or fancy.
I just assume every person who plays a Southern person on TV is British.
Jackie Earle Haley isn't, I don't think.
No, he's British.
That's no way.
I don't know. That's not true.
I
could have had you convinced. Because, first of all, who goes by Jack or Jackie except for British people and fancy people?
Guy I went to school with in the South.
And that.
Jackie. Didn't go by Jack. Yeah, Jackie.
Really?
Jackie Sigafus. I think he's passed.
Like Jack.
I think he's passed away now. He's a good friend.
Oh, R.I.P.D.
Lost contacts. That's why I say I think.
Jack tends to be a nickname
of Jackie,
or of people's
of Jacqueline.
Clive Staples Lewis. C.S. Lewis went by Jack, for example. Mm-hmm. Or people who are named John will go by Jack.
What was Junior Tolkien's first name?
Junior.
That's my new thing. Junior Tolkien and Hunter Stompson.
Yeah, Hunter Stompson. He had a birthday yesterday.
Oh, hey. R.I.P.D.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Miss that fellow.
I never met him.
Sorry, that was your cup spot you were going
You know what, you son of a bitch.
I know. Well, if you could put your hand there, I could put my cup there too.
Well, so can I!
Oh, my God.
You could have a delicious...
It's so good.
That's an inside joke between us. God. Don't worry about it, but it's hilarious.
Sometimes we choose to just say the weirdest thing in a situation when a situation should be rhetorical, where you're just saying hi to somebody, how was your day, or things like that, or can I sit there, or hand me that, or something. Like, when you choose to do it a funny way, I think it just keeps life alive. Keep life alive.
It makes life worth aliving.
Choose a Life by Pearl Jam. It's a good
Choose
song.
Life. Didn't Wham have Choose Life shirts?
Maybe. I don't know. I'd have to look that up. But getting back to this, I want to look that up about Dominic Cooper and Jackie Earle Haley in between. I like Dominic Cooper, but I only know him from being Howard Stark in like Captain America, and he's young Tony Stark's dad.
Get the fuck out of my face.
He was great at it too. He may have popped up in. I don't know if he was at all in Agent Carter, and I don't know if he's in any of the other
Asian Carter.
That's good. I don't know if he's in the other Marvel stuff, but also he's in that movie that I can't say around you.
No. Whatever it is, I don't... Oh, yeah. The one that no one watches. Who watches it?
Oh, not that one.
Oh.
Need for Speed.
Oh, Need for Speed. Oh, it's the Top Gun sequel.
That's the first time you said it. When you said it a second ago, you go, "Oh, Need for Speed." That's the first fucking time you've acknowledged the name of it.
Yeah.
I was so pumped this movie was coming out. This was
He was so excited.
my favorite video games of all time is the Need for Speed series. I love them so much.
They're based on Top Gun.
Yeah, and so when I said they were making a movie, it's got Aaron Paul in it. I said the name. Nate immediately launches into his, "I'm a comedian and this is Top Gun." And I've never been able to talk.
You've never been able to
to
talk
one
about
of my best friends about one of my favorite things.
Yeah,
because of that.
Because I need to be hilarious at all times. I need to think I'm hilarious at all times. Let's say that.
Let's get back to the show.
What show are we talking?
I know. We're so far gone. But so by the second time I'm still talking about the first scene.
Yeah.
By the second time I watched it, I was like, oh, it's his family. Okay, it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I was wondering if it was going to tie into some other stuff with the guy that I can't say his name yet, the guy from like 100 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
But the only things I could piece together is this is definitely older because of hair. I thought that was going to be a question: is how can you tell this is older?
Hair and clothes,
and then the windsuit jackets.
Yeah.
But it's interesting to see Odin's character that much younger, and it's almost as if this is his defining moment of who he's become now.
Yeah.
One of his big crossroads, maybe, but I just see him having more like life to him.
Yeah.
Like when he's like mad at Preacher and he's just like, he's like, "You need to denounce him," and he's like, "I can't find a soul in there." He's all like mad and stuff. But you see this younger side of him. I think you really do, compared to the real like stone-faced. What's the word when you're stone-faced? It's when you're real statuesque. When you're there's another word for it. Can't think of it.
Stoic.
Stoic. That's it. Yeah. That's a good word.
Does
like a dude.
How do you get? Hey, yeah, your family died. Should we make arrangements with the
We're
funeral?
going to mail them to your office.
Should we make arrangements with the funeral home or... Oh, to your office.
Do you want us to do the thing we do with every other dead body ever, or did you have some weird request?
To your office? Okay.
I think it's a sign of like how powerful him and his family were, maybe.
Yeah.
Because they basically run that town. He tells the mayor what to do.
He's like the singing in the rain guy.
Oh, from Roadhouse. Yeah. He's him. Yeah, he's what's his fuck? Can't think of his name right now.
That guy.
It escapes me. But no. He's
Ben Kingsley.
Ben
Not gonna work here anymore.
Ben
Kazera.
Oh, it's something like that. It's doesn't matter. Benghazi. Yeah. So I think that's probably what happened. But now we know what happened in the office when Jesse steals the ashtray.
Yeah.
Which pops back up in this episode as well, with completely fake smoke. It was sitting there on the pew when the first wave come in.
Yeah.
Okay, let me ask you about this.
Yeah.
Action situations when someone's about. Well, we've had it once before in the series when she's like, "This is how you make a bazooka."
Yeah.
And then she takes them all down into the shed, close it. You hear it. And see like the dust and stuff, and then you see the aftermath.
Yeah, they did that.
Same thing happened in this episode. I think if done occasionally, I actually really like it. I think it's funny. I think it's a good idea. I think if you're working on low budget stuff, it's a good way to save some money and be kind of stylistic.
Yeah.
But I feel like a lot of people see it as a cop out.
Okay.
How do you feel about that? Do you like it?
I think it's been used fine in this, appropriately in this.
I think so too.
Yeah. Like they've shown enough of Preacher actually doing fighting too. So I think so. I think it's funny, and I like the part where like Donnie was like, "What did he say to you?" He's like, "Nothing. He just kicked our ass."
There was a lot of comedy coming back and forth when they would go and come back. We talked about Preacher shot my dick off.
Yeah.
Preacher shot my dick off. Oh, you have to redo "Don't Cut My Leg Off." Maybe my favorite Nate Bjork song. Don't Cut My Leg Off is one of my favorites for sure. It was too funny the first time. I think when I hear your songs, I think back to the first time I heard it. I think about how hard I laughed, and that's one of the ones that really got me. But Preacher shot my dick off I'm going to cover your shit.
Okay.
Preacher shot my dick off.
If you could figure out how to play it,
off.
Remind me how to do it. That'd be great.
That and just I love like how badass the Preacher was standing up in the belfry or whatever it is, and I don't know. I thought it was super cool. And I love that he would go between defending it and drinking.
Yeah.
Like sit down in the pew, have some more drinks, have a cigarette.
Yeah.
And then here they come again. And he's just that good at handling the situations like this. Like he's been in stuff like this before. and they're not equipped. The thing that I don't like about this is like, why do you have a whole group of people? Why not send all of them?
Eventually they did. They sent in the people with the bats, the wrenches,
They
the
never-
clubs, billion otherwise.
Oh, his speeches were one of my favorite parts of this too. God, Shimshangas, like he's so good. He's so good. But no, I mean, why did they not show up and be like, we have all these people. Everyone go.
Well, remember they all started going in, and then cut to everyone's running away.
Oh, that's right. He
Yeah.
shot at them and stuff, and then the
He's really good.
Molotov cocktail.
Like he shot at them. Like you're running at this,
You're
and there's
right.
a dude shooting a dagger out of your hand, and the dagger flies into someone's
That's
shoulder.
right.
That was so cool.
I forgot. I totally forgot.
Yeah. So it's
Well, let me ask you this. I'm kind of getting down to some of the little nitty gritty questions I want to ask, but like, what did you think Donnie killed himself?
I did.
I did too.
I was like,
I thought he was a ghost when he walked in because he had the ripped sleeves, and
I did too.
Yeah,
I thought that's what I thought. I thought this is his way of getting around the voice of God is by becoming ghost. And I'm like, I don't think that's a rule that's been established, Donnie. But smart if that's true.
because we're thinking Eugene wasn't Eugene.
Yeah, no, that was all in his head.
Right. But at the time, I still thought Eugene possibly could have been.
Yeah.
But now, after watching it a second time, I feel like 100%. Like, when Eugene is over and goes, oh, it's going to hurt real bad. That's Preacher saying it's going to hurt real bad. Because, like, why would Eugene have known that?
Yeah.
So, and then obviously the thing with the guys in the hotel, like, he didn't tell him about that. You know,
Yeah.
It's kind of the obvious things. But, God, I was really pumped. I really thought it was Eugene. And I loved when he said, you know,
It's not that far.
oh, yeah, did that give you chills?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was so good, so well executed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, and Eugene was back, and it was gonna like help make some things. And it seemed like, when he thought Eugene was back, it seemed like Preacher was holding up to his word of not using the voice of God,
Yeah.
or the word of God, because he wasn't using it. Like I don't understand why at no time. I still don't get it. I don't get why he's not just sitting there. He figured out how Kincannon got around everything.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing, and like he prayed before fake Eugene climbed up. He was praying. He's like, I promise if you send him back, or I'll never use it.
Well, let's talk about.
So maybe he thought, and you know, like I don't trust Preacher to keep his word on that kind of thing, because it's like, oh, he's back. Well, guess I didn't need it, God. I didn't need you, God. You know.
Here's the interesting thing. Knowing what I know about the comic, even though like God should know that he wouldn't hold up to his promise, and you're also not supposed to make promises with God. That's a shitty way to be a Christian. Sorry, don't mean to be judgy Christians, but got a little. Anyway, so no, the point being is that like, you know, if God, then he should know that he would, you know, back out on that deal. I was trying to think of what we decided was the good term for that. We talked about last week. We talked about all the bad terms that we think. But in this situation, for Genesis to leave him and go back to where it was, all I can tell you is that I know for a fact that God would have made that deal. There is a lot of big stuff that's still happening. And I thought, oh, shit, we're starting to get to it. I don't think we are. I don't think we're that close yet.
Okay.
Because I think Eugene was a fake. I think he manifested it, you know.
Yeah.
But, we got to see the thing work. I'll be honest with you, I was kind of annoyed that they came back, did the thing, and then it left them. And I was happy because we saw the thing we didn't get to see. And we're all wondering what was going to happen. We got to see it. But then it went right back into him, and it's like, well, that was a waste of everyone's fucking time.
Yeah.
Like, because it destroyed his domicile.
Yeah.
But we got to see the two guys once again, and they're.
Why'd they give up?
Because I think it's like when you're working on something, you have to find a point of like.
It's not going to work.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's cut our losses.
Yeah.
I think they're like, we got to go back to heaven
Let's
and
just
deal
go back
with it.
up and
Deal with their lashes because this isn't working.
Yeah.
And we're going through hell here.
Yeah.
Although I was hoping they would stick around and help fight off the guys because
that'd be cool.
I thought it would have been a cool big battle royale. You know.
Yeah, you got.
Like if they're like.
And I forgot that Cassidy was indisposed. Otherwise, because I thought he would be a good addition to the fight too, especially when it became night.
Last episode, I said, "There's no way that Cassie's dead."
Well, that's because you cited the comic.
No, hang on.
Okay.
Well, hang on.
You did cite the comic.
Well, here's the thing.
I said there's no way he's dead because it's.
Well, think about the thing is, I don't know that he was or was not dead. I said it because of how important his character was. But look at like Walking Dead. Look how they, some of the characters, how different they are from the comic.
Sure.
And I feel like at this point, if they wanted to make a big change of getting rid of somebody, I feel like maybe I was thinking that. But honestly,
I told you, old girl would find him and save him.
But and you did. You totally nailed that. But I said I halfway through the episode I thought, shit, Cassie's dead.
Mm-hmm.
I really did halfway through the episode. Her whole thing with the dog, I was getting ready to come on this podcast and be like, I'm fucking tired of her shit. And then when that happened, I was like, you guys are good at writing this stuff. You're good at putting that together in an episode.
I love Brewski eventually.
I know.
I'm not even liking dogs.
Yeah, you're a dog hater.
Yeah, I'm not a dog hater. I just don't
You're
like
a
them.
cat person.
Yeah,
You're a natural enemy.
I don't hate dogs. I just don't like them. Oh. And I like certain ones if I meet them.
Sure.
And I get to know them. Like
So,
Brewski. Rest in peace, department.
Rest in peace, department. But no, I thought it was it was sad about the dog, but also like pretty cool. So he's like getting ready to come back, and Cassie's certainly probably my favorite character on the show. So I'll be glad to see him come back pretty soon.
Why'd you have to get a dog?
Where else you getting the blood? Go for it.
Who's watching the meat?
I'm sure there's thousands of other people still working there.
Never mind. Because you could be like, grab a cow.
Lead a cow.
You know, you're like hands in pockets whistling.
What if she's like walking?
She's got some alfalfa hand here, like follow me, Shig. And the
walks,
cow's like bing bing, because for some reason
they
the
all
cows
have cowbells. You gotta know where they are.
Yeah.
And she like walks this cow all the way back to her uncle's place.
It's just me. I'm an O'Hare. We're crazy. This is my husband.
You don't know about a damn O'Hare.
Yeah. She could have been like, this is my husband. I'm an O'Hare.
Yeah. Oh, and all the people hanging out and everything. All the
the picnicking. Are they gonna shoot again? I hope so.
God, it's very.
You know they had some sweet tea out there. Up in that mud.
Probably, maybe.
Do they have sweet tea in Texas, or is that just? It's Texas.
Texas ain't the South.
No, it's not. It's Texas.
Yeah, it's in the South. Texas might as well be its own damn country.
They would like it.
Not to hate on you guys. There are lots of parts of Texas I like, but I don't know. They might have sweet tea. I don't remember having any sweet tea while I was in Texas, but I didn't live there that long. So anyway, anything else on the show? I don't want to. I'm kind of like petering out here.
Sam, let's go hit the emails.
Because we've gotten so many good coverage. We've gotten so many good coverage.
So many good covers
in the emails that.
We don't even need to say anything. We can just read what people say.
Yeah, absolutely. And I would like their points to shine. You know, bright like a diamond.
Mm-hmm.
Tonight. Oh no, I can't put this on YouTube. I'm beautiful. Bye, Brennan. I'm beautiful.
You stupid son of a bitch.
You were watching him. I thought I could do whatever I want for the next half minute.
Yeah.
And I chose to do that.
Yeah.
All right. You want to take the first one?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have to. I was just jumping in there. Shane Ogle writes about Valero. Valero. Man, I suck at saying things. Shane says, hola, Trent, Nate, and Alexa. I'm shipping you some bullet points. Some of them are mine. Some are from a cow. Oh, some of them from... Let me take that again. I'm shipping you some bullet points. Some of them are mine. Some are from a cow. See if you can tell the difference. All right, so we got to tell which ones are from cow and which ones are for him. Okay. First bullet point. I've never gone skiing before, but that seems like a lot of people in a gondola. Also, did they say why Odin wasn't there? I guess someone had to stay home and listen to cattle slaughter radio.
Yeah, I can't remember. What did they say? Because they said he's not here, but they didn't. I don't remember why.
I didn't hear the chatter in the background.
I bet you he was like, I gotta work. I'm a businessman.
Yeah, someone's got to stay here and do it. If y'all don't stay here and cook cows, I'm going to stay here and cook cows. Okay. Done it. Done it. Okay.
And also shave like this.
He hits himself with it.
Is there mustard in there?
This is definitely a.
You gotta have some mustard in that sandwich.
It's and beard.
You know that's a roast beef. Do you see what I did there?
Yeah, I heard it.
All right.
Next bullet point: if you can't tell the difference between your daughter's entrails and those of a cow, either your daughter or the cow had some serious medical issues. I kind of feel like that's true as well. Have they ever said why everyone pronounces it Concannon when it should obviously be pronounced Quincannon? I thought it was kin, like K-I-N, because a lot of people Southern stuff. Shane, who are you talking to here? A lot of people in the South, we see Quinn go kin.
Like, he's my Quinn, but they're talking about Quinn.
Yeah,
I'm
I've definitely
kidding
heard that
about
before.
Yeah.
And I didn't mean to get.
Is he kin to you?
I didn't. I'm sorry,
Is he-
Shane. I didn't mean to get.
What they
aggro.
mean is he Quinn to you?
You're one of my favorite people ever. I'm sorry. You really are. You're beautiful like a diamond in the sky. Next bullet point. And then again, nope. I'm not. Back up. I'm not a lawyer, but I'm pretty sure a verbal bet on something as tenuous and difficult to prove as whether or not they believe in God wouldn't hold up in court.
Yeah, and why is the mayor? Okay. Some mayors are important. The mayor of New York City, important. Mayor of, fucking Anvil,
No.
not important.
No. Not
Mayor of
not a court of law, but
not mayor of Stoughton's not. Mayor of Middleton's not important.
but then
No one
again,
gives a shit.
but
Like,
then again, well, hang on. What
this
about?
is what they do. Cut.
But what about the courts in Anvil, if there are any?
They've got to take that to a county courthouse.
so?
I think so.
We'll need to watch more Making a Murder to figure it out.
Yeah. They're making a second season. I wonder what's gonna happen. I guess I could read the news and find out.
Yeah, I guess I could Google Stephen Avery.
I like how I was like, didn't want to spoil it to myself. I was like, I wonder if he goes to jail.
All right, next bullet point. That last one was from a cow. I'm telling you, it's from a cow. It's not changed. Then again,
That's what a cow says.
This is the town that turns a siege/shootout into a town fair with Civil War reenactors and blanket picnics. So who knows how their legal systems would function?
Dude, I love picnics.
You do. Yeah, you're a
They
picnicker.
need to get more, Tim Cannon had the umbrella idea. More shade, though. I think more shade. Because
there was a handful of
they're
people.
going to get sunburn.
There was a
It's going to be hot.
There's a handful of people that sat down and I was like, you're getting a sunburn.
Can you imagine getting back in those hot cars, too?
Just being
I
there.
wonder if the trunk was super hot when he put his head in. Actually, the trunk is usually not that hot, I found.
Okay.
No, like, if I...
Furthest from the engine.
Well, so, yeah, so, like,
You got the exhaust under
sometimes
you,
I keep luggage in the car and, and in the trunk.
Mm-hmm.
And in the trunk, it's not as hot. I don't know why that is.
Does
Maybe
that-
because the AC
no
from
glass?
the car gets in there somehow.
No glass, like
No
to
glass?
like let the heat in or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. Mythbusters. Come back. Get back together. Mythbusters.
Mythbusters.
I totally bought
Mythbusters.
something strange in your
science
science
book.
book. Who are you
We're
gonna
gonna
call?
Mythbusters.
Mythbusters. Ow! I'm totally bought.
Harmony.
It is that awesome. When I think about it, I think of like where it gets all high and everything. And he goes, I ain't afraid of no ghosts.
Oh, fuck that.
Yeah.
That's so great.
It's so good. Next bullet point. I totally bought into you.
Oh, so good.
I totally bought into Eugene's.
Good job, Huey
Oh,
Lewis.
God.
Parker Jr.
Alexa, tell Nate to stop.
She won't. She knows her master.
I totally, yeah, she's been helping you out tonight. I totally bought into Eugene. Yeah, she is totally your sub. You got her fucking on a leash. That shit's happening.
What do you think this thing is?
Dinner's in the oven. Okay. I totally
That means
bought.
she's pregnant.
I totally.
We're expecting.
Totally bought into Eugene's reappearance.
Hope it's
Oh my God,
not.
Nate!
Go on.
Okay, thank you. I totally bought into Eugene's reappearance at first, but I'm glad it turned out not to be real. Although, sub-bullet point, I was disappointed Genesis didn't interpret come back as a summoning of a zombie horde. Yeah. And I was disappointed Eugene didn't turn out to be some demon tricking Jesse. I
That
thought
would've
about
been cool.
that. That'd have been neat. Yeah, that'd been really cool. I thought it might have been an angel, but either way, it would have been, depending on how you believe, it's the same thing. Next bullet point. I was thinking it was odd that the meat packers are willing to form a militia and kill the town preacher for the offer of a food court.
Yeah, then we're getting chanting food court as he was running up.
Food court, food court.
So great.
But then I thought about what I'd do to get a mini fridge and a microwave at work. ...
Oh shit!
He'd form a militia. Hey, it's part of your constitutional right to form a militia.
It is.
It's the last
Second
line.
Amendment.
Yeah, it's the last line of defense. So if the Army, Navy, Marine Corps, Coast Guard, local PD, the
Sure.
Department of Homeland Defense, FBI, CIA, NSA, so if all of that fails,
If everything fails, yeah.
militia. I was thinking, wait. Fucking Denny did something smart. Who'd have thunk? I wonder whether he's deaf for good. Let's pause, because he didn't do something smart. You know what else works? Earplugs.
Oh, I didn't think of
A
that.
piece of cloth.
No, but you can still hear through that. You can hear through earplugs. Why do you have you ever watched a band? Do you think they can't hear anything at all with their earplugs? I mean, I'm not trying to.
Then he's going to have to be 100% deaf. If he is not 100%
well, no,
deaf,
okay, you can get
bullshit.
You can get temporary deafness from a loud thing.
Mm-hmm. I have had temporary deafness from shooting a gun.
So
I have had.
It might be a temporary deafness.
Right. But
I bet you.
Hang on, let me finish. Is that when it happens, you can still hear stuff. Like when you leave a concert and you can't hardly hear anything, it's slightly less, but you still hear something. You still hear something.
Okay. I wonder
as much as you would with really good earplugs.
Okay.
Like factory earplugs.
Okay, fine.
You know, the place where they all work?
Yeah. Do you think a gun this close to your head inside a trunk will do more damage?
It's got to be permanent damage for me to not call bullshit. I'm sorry.
Really?
I think that he did a stupid thing. I think he's Donnie and he's a fucking stupid idiot.
Well, because here's the thing. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
This is all guesses.
Mm-hmm.
But you know how your body heals itself, right? So blast your eardrum. It does. Like if you cut your skin, you heal. Like that kind of healing.
Right, but if you cut an arm off.
Yeah, you won't grow back. Well, I will. I've got the Wolverine
You're a lizard.
power. Yeah, I've got Wolverine powers. It's going to feel so huge. Like if you know, like if people burst their eardrums, or even if like for a toddler they'll put like
which I think
tubes,
is what they
and then they put, the tubes fall out and the eardrum seals shut again. Or people who so maybe he burst his eardrums. You can't hear because there's nothing to resonate against.
Okay, but you can heal burst eardrums.
I don't know. I think you.
That's
can.
what I'm getting at.
I think you can.
Okay.
I think you can because like I think you can.
I still think not enough testing was done. I think like strip of cloth. Talk to me, okay? What can we do that's better? Okay, piece of meat. Okay, no, let's do something a little bit better. Let's get actual earplugs. No, a little bit
noise canceling things.
Yeah, like there wasn't enough. It was just strip off stuff, head in trunk, freak out people around you.
One thing I want to say. If anyone has done the experimentation on this shit, it's Donnie. If anyone's done this, if anyone has found out what it's like to fire a gun this close to your ear in a trunk, Donnie has done that.
Also,
before. I feel like in his basement.
Like what's
they don't have basements in Texas.
No,
but like I feel like he's been like, I'm drunk and in the bathroom.
Wonder what this would be like. Oh, that's
you know what I mean?
Also, him having fallen under the word of God, he might have tried that on his own.
Yeah.
Maybe he was like at the end of his ropes of all his tests.
Yeah. So like I could see that dumb guy like, hey guys, hold my beer, watch this.
I still call stupid initially.
Sure.
I feel like I shouldn't have had to defend it that hard, but let's say I will grant you all those things, and maybe it'll heal.
You are a gracious God.
I am a gracious God.
Of meat.
Fucking remember that. Next bullet point: the God of meat sounds like a new menu item at Hardee's. That was a cow.
Or Carl's Jr.
Yeah.
I almost said Carl's Jr.
We have Hardee's up here. I figured we have Carl's Jr.
We do have Hardee's up here.
There's a Hardee's. I think it's in Middleton.
I miss the simple days in the 80s. Early in the 90s too, when Hardee's was just a McDonald's. It was just another McDonald's. Now they're so fancy. It's too fancy. I mean, not fancy. Like it's not. They don't have tablecloths. But I mean, like
when I was a kid,
the sandwiches are like it's the crazy Western hot burger with shit on it.
But when I was a kid, I never had Hardee's for like lunch or like for later meals. I've always had them for breakfast. I only ever got Hardee's for breakfast. It was always like biscuits and gravy.
Biscuits and gravy at Hardee's? Get the fuck out of my face. It's so
pretty
good.
Yeah.
And so we had
I didn't know they had other stuff
We
there.
went there all the time in high school. We used to go there. I had my buddy Karsten used to work at Hardee's. We call it hard-ons because we were in high school and it's funny. And we'd go and it was good. We liked it because it wasn't like, it's the reason you choose, it's the same reason I drank Pepsi instead of Coke.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to be, the underdog, the rebel.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
I prefer a Hardee's burger to a McDonald's one because it doesn't make me violently ill after I eat it.
I like a McDonald's. I had right after derby practice tonight, I had a #1 value meal
which
with
is
a
the
Coke.
Big Mac. Yeah.
I had a Big Mac.
I loved McDonald's as well, and then I went for like a year without eating them, not thinking on purpose.
Yeah.
Just didn't think about it. And I'm not one of these that's like, oh, did you see Super Size Me?
Yeah.
He got sick.
Yeah,
we know
it's bad for you.
I know.
Yeah.
I still ate it after watching the documentary, but no, I just went like a year without having it and didn't think about it.
Well,
And
did you try it again after that and it was so good?
No.
Oh.
Hey, what happened was I was here. I was fucking went to the mall and I was doing some shit at the mall.
Where'd you go to in the mall?
I think I went to Dick's Sporting Goods.
No. What area of the mall had the McDonald's?
Oh, food court.
Yeah.
And there's a McDonald's in the food court here, and so I was like, you know what? I haven't had a cheese from Mickey D. I hadn't had a hot Frenchie or a hot apple. You know, like let's hook it up. And so I went and got it. It was raining that day, so I went to the car and I sat down and I ate in the car because I had to go some other place. And so I fired.
You just sat in the car eating, crying.
No. I was sitting in the car, like listening to the radio. I was just in a hurry.
And crying.
I finished the first burger and some of the fries, and I was like, wow, that's what I remember McDonald's tasted like. It tasted good. Chemically engineered to taste good.
Yeah. It's
I was
science.
like, wow, it's so good. And then I start driving. I'm eating the other burger as I'm driving. I finished the fries, and I was like, cool. 5 minutes later, I was violently ill. I felt awful. All I could do was lay in the car for a little while. I was about to get out and go in and do something. I felt miserable. I haven't had it since, and that's been a year and a half ago since I had it.
So was that the 2 cheeseburgers meal?
It was all of it. Now,
no, like did you so you had 2 burgers? Could it have been the second burger?
Could have been the fries.
Could have been the fries.
But I've had their apple pie since. I like their apple
Yeah.
pies. I can't. I mean, it's like buying garbage from a gas station. So, but now that we're done with that, he finishes up with, "That's it from me. I'm going to take a hint from Cassie and crack open a brewski." Oh, not really. It's 10 in the morning. Shane.
Alabama.
Yeah. Come on. 10 in the morning. Yeah.
10 in the morning.
Late bloomer. What are you doing? Get up a little earlier. Yeah, I think I talked about it. I don't know if I talked about it on the podcast when I visited Alabama. I was 7 o'clock on a Monday night, and they had to open the bar for me.
Yeah, what?
I had to knock on the door, and they had to take keys to it and unlock it.
I've been inside a bar at 10 a.m.
I know.
And ordered a...
We were at a bar at 9, 10 in the morning having drinks, having Bloody Marys, Old Fashions.
Yeah, Wisconsin, you guys. Yeah. You will get fat from all the drinking.
Yeah.
And happy.
Oh, my God. Super happy. Yeah.
So happy.
Come on up and visit.
Yeah, come on up. Stay a while.
Yeah. But thank you, Shane. Awesome email.
Yeah. Let's do Nick CR.
Thanks. Yeah, do it.
Thoughts on Preacher episode 107/108. El Valero.
I'm starting to forget, too.
Yeah. Hiya, fellas.
Hi.
Yet another great episode. I'm impressed that as the show gets darker and darker, it's getting funnier and funnier, even with no Cassidy this week. Okay, so now we know why Kincannon went nuts, and also how Jesse's voice of Genesis worked on him. Worked on him. Yeah, because he...
It's like a loophole. He found a loophole.
It reminded me, and I know I bring this up probably every week, but in Jessica Jones...
No.
Okay.
What?
The Jessica Jones
power.
power.
We did talk about that. Kilgrave. We talked about it a little bit in the beginning.
I don't remember. Did you watch it? Oh, you did. So remember when he's like, put the bullet in your head, and she's like trying to put a... So first she tries to shoot herself, then she tries to put a bullet in her head, and then someone's like, puts it in her mouth, shuts her mouth, and then it's gone.
She goes, it's her friend, and she said, it's in your head.
Yeah, it's in your head. So it's a thing where you interpret how they say it. Mm-hmm. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Oh, yeah.
So Kincannon was like, yeah, but serve God, but a God of meat. Boom.
Yeah, he figured out the loophole.
Mm-hmm. So Eugene dug his way out of hell, or at least a hallucination of him did. I'm convinced that Jesse is going to find a way to get the real Eugene back, but I don't know what state he'll return in.
Yeah. I want him to go to hell like Constantine and bring him back.
Oh, that'd be cool. He'll go and it's...
I need you to leave the apartment.
Yeah. He'll sit there with
the cat,
holding a cat and foot and feet in the pan. Poor Clyde. He really wanted that.
I wish I knew more lines from Constantine because I think I can nail the Keanu voice right now.
Whoa!
We're gonna go on an adventure.
What? The Ted Theodore Logan.
Bill. sorry.
Whoa!
Okay.
Just do this.
Whoa!
Yeah.
That movie's so good.
So Fiore and DeBlanc are going to have to try the other thing to get Genesis out of Jesse. Do you know what the other thing is? I know they mentioned another thing, but I don't remember them saying what it is. I'm betting it can't be good. Yeah, I think it's that.
Yeah.
I think it's they're going to pull out his intestines, compare it to a cow's.
Human.
And then be like, yep, and then put it back in.
Squish.
In fact, a lot of the impending events seem quite ominous. I can't wait until next week to see what Jesse's summoning of God turns out like.
Yeah.
And whatever's going on with the Gage at the Meat and Power Company. Power and Meat Company.
Which
is that the Gage there, or is that a Gage in Hell? I thought about that this week.
Maybe it's a Gage in Hell because we don't know.
I thought it might be the Gage in Hell.
Could be.
He's like, whoa, getting a little too hot there.
Gotta fix that. Could be, and I'm pretty sure.
I hope it's the Gage in Hell.
I also hope it's Mr. Belding.
It is, I think
it's Mr.
Is that
Belding.
Mr. Belding?
Yeah, right as it. I think it's Mr. Belding from Saved by the Bell.
And I also think that's the I don't think this, but I want it to be a Gage in Hell.
Okay.
It's red.
Okay. You're right. No other Gage would be red.
No, but like thematically and cartoonishly. All right. I have to say I missed Cassidy this episode, but I'm glad. I'm gonna stand by that. Nothing else is red, just hell. All right. I have to say I missed Cassidy this episode, but I'm glad we didn't see him devour Brewski.
Sure.
Poor Brewski. At least Tulip gave him a happy day before sending him into Cassidy. Poor Brewski.
Sending him into Cassidy.
Well, until next week, try real hard not to get your penises shot off. Food court, food court, food court,
food court.
Nick CR, Ottawa, Canada.
Thanks for the advice, but I pretty much spend most of my week normally trying not to get my dick shot off.
I try to get it shot off.
I'm trying not to get it shot off.
I try to shoot mine off as much as possible.
Really? Oh. I'll read the next one from Brigtails. Hello, gentlemen, and once again, I've got no time to write and you record tonight. Some rapid-fire thoughts before I have to run off to class. This episode started really strong, but it felt like a letdown at the end when Jesse rode off with the sheriff. I don't think so. I like I just immediately disagreed with his.
Yeah.
I did not like that. I'm sorry. I didn't like it, dude. Now that I think about it. I like the Alamo tie-in, but shouldn't that mean that Jesse would fight to the death? That's a good point.
You know what? It was a letdown, but it was also kind of funny. Jesse's like, I tell you what, we have a deal. I'll bring in God next week and blah, blah, blah. Cut to, he's in the police car. Like they were like, no, we already have the church, you idiot.
Yeah, but I think he's probably just going to go in the drunk tank.
You think so?
The sheriff's going to be like, well, he called me, said that my son was there, but he wasn't, and he was firing off guns out in his yard, but they were intimidating him. So maybe he shouldn't have made the deal with Kincannon, but then again, it is preacher. He was pretty decent to the boys. So how about this? He gonna spend the night in the jail, and we're all gonna be calm about it. Are we gonna be calm about it? Yeah. All right, I gotta go. Supper's getting hot or getting cold.
It's getting hot.
It's supposed to be some of that soup that's cold. What's it called?
Gazpacho.
Yeah,
it's getting hot.
But that's how country.
What if soup was
What if that was like, well, my food's getting hot. Gotta go. Isn't that funny though? That's how I picture those backwoods, not backwoods, but jerkwater towns, where he's like, okay, well, just because you broke in and stole everything, don't mean we gotta throw them in jail. Okay, I know you got your stuff stolen, but you did kind of put it out there in front of the window, right? So y'all gonna say sorry to each other? You sorry? You sorry? Okay, shake hands.
All right. Go
act like you mean it.
Longhorns.
Okay, y'all go separate ways when you leave this building. I don't want to see y'all in here no more. Okay? All right, get the fuck out of my office. Okay. You know?
Yeah.
Where was I after I did that shit?
Elmo tie-in.
Now we know Odin's motivation. This opening scene was pretty horrifying. Perhaps Jesse should have been more detailed when he said serve God. Yeah, how do you be detailed about that? Serve the God that I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Poor doggy. At least he got to play fetch a bit before reviving Cassie. Yeah, and I was hoping it was going to be a reoccurring thing. I like hound dogs. I like them. Like big flop.
That's a nice, stupid dog.
I like big hound dogs, big droopy ear, big droopy face. I like them. They're big. They're good, trustworthy dogs.
In a hot cage for all day.
That's not the kind of dog that attacks you, man. That's the kind of dog that lays in your truck with you.
Yeah.
It's a good dog.
Stinky ass
dog. No, you bathe him.
He's the one who he brings a tennis ball to you, and the tennis ball is dripping.
I watched your cat spit up in 4 places yesterday.
Oh, you should have told me about that because that's something I should know about for real.
Oh, well, your cat spit up in 4 places yesterday.
Does she do that often?
First time I ever watched it.
Okay.
Point being, they make saliva.
Yeah.
Doesn't make her any less the prettiest princess in all the lands.
No, of course not. She's
still the prettiest princess in all the land.
All the lands.
But the droopy dog get a little saliva. I like you get them in the bathroom and they get y'all wet when they swing around. You're playing the sprinklers with them, and I love big dogs, man.
And they eat your ice cream cone.
I don't share food with animals. That's too far.
Yeah, but the ice cream cone's cute.
that dog can have it. It's his now.
Yeah.
That is his food. I don't know if it'll kill it or not. Is Eugene really communicating with Jesse from hell, or is it all in Jesse's head and Eugene is just suffering in hell with no knowledge of what Jesse is up to? Okay, I have to run. Don't forget your penis, Bricktails. I try not to. I do try to forget from time to time. If you want to be like everybody here, these awesome people that have been emailing us, send it to balticeffect@gmail.com. You can send your questions to nate@nateyork.com. A lot of awesome points. I'm glad everybody brought this stuff up. And this was fun. This was a lot of good stuff to talk about for an episode where it's interesting. You started out by saying that you weren't bored in this. It kept your attention. And it kept my attention too. And then I thought back on it. I was like, wow, a lot happened, but not a lot happened. It was a good episode. It was just a good episode.
Yeah, I was thinking about this. And I think the worst thing you can say about a show or a book or anything is that I was bored.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's supposed to. I was not bored.
It's not supposed to. I think it is supposed to entertain, but not necessarily always make you happy. It is supposed to be engaging.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's supposed to be art, anyways. But anyway, till next week. Nate is nice.
Trent's nice.
Stella's a pretty kitty, and we
love you. What is some love? Brian Wilson and Mike Love. That was a joint effort from those two. In case you're wondering.
Hey, there we go. Yeah, he's a big Brian Wilson guy. I didn't even check myself. I might be wrecking myself. I don't care. I'm good. They know what I look like.
Who are you and what do you look like? I don't know what you look. You look like that?
Who that is? Who you is?
When some.
I thought that this episode was called He Gone.
Yeah.
And I was like, I went, He Gone, and I thought, wait, didn't I already say that? I was like, oh, that was last week. I was scrolling through the list.
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah.
I'm not doing any pimping this week.
Yeah.
I'm
buy whatever you want.
Yeah, buy everything. Buy all the things.